as we wind down Wing It Goes Pink Week, if you have more questions, a great resource is Roswell's Breast Center. So take a look. The Breast Center at Roswell is entering its 15th year of helping women cope with breast cancer.
Well, we like to think of ourselves and the Resource Center as having the answer to almost any question related to breast cancer. We can answer questions for people who are not diagnosed with breast cancer, but may have concerns about their breast cancer risk or symptoms that they might have, tests they might be scheduled for. We certainly work with a great number of women who are diagnosed with breast cancer.
We see all kinds of women in the Breast Resource Center, people who are local here. We have patients who come from a distance to see our doctors. People with non-invasive cancer, women who have more advanced cancers. So a lot of different women with a lot of different needs.
From a lending library of books to wigs and head wraps, the Cancer Center walks those affected with cancer through the whole process from beginning onward.
Most of our patients start out on the surgery side, and we do try to see each of those newly diagnosed patients to find out if they have any concerns that are beyond the medical concerns. They don't often think about talking to their doctor about how they're going to explain their breast cancer diagnosis to their children. So our job is to go in and listen to the new patients and find out what needs they might have.
For those recently diagnosed with cancer, their advice at first is simple.
Take a deep breath, and it isn't an emergency. It's something that needs to be taken care of, but they do have time to think about what they want to do, what course they want to do, and get information before they quickly make a decision.
Taking the time to get a second opinion, investigate all their options, looking into what kind of support services are available, and helping them sort of think through the process that they might be facing.
And while prospects may seem frightening now, there is a light at the end of the tunnel.
I think one thing that I've noticed is that women seem to get stronger as they go through this journey of breast cancer. It's very scary when they come in, and we can tell them what the path is going to be, what their treatment is going to be, but there's an emotional part of that too. And I think they are very nervous, very scared at the beginning quite often. Maybe some have known people who have had cancer in the past, and there hasn't been a good outcome, and so they have many things on their mind at the beginning. As they go through, they find out they can do this. At first, they often think, I can't do this. And when they see themselves through the end of chemotherapy, the end of radiation, it's really nice when we see them come back and celebrate that they've made it through their treatment and they're moving on with their lives. And that's a wonderful thing, a very inspiring thing for us to see.